I wanted to have a little bit of fun today, so we're going to go and take a look at something to do with Headdband. He seems to be crying out a lot on social media about how none of these top Warzone pros are cheating after spending about 10 months of his life copying everything other hacker hunters were doing. This included my videos, it included Goon Squad's videos, Tino RW, as well as Itapa, and he just decided to go on a rampage, but he decided to remove everything off his YouTube channel related to cheating, except for one video. So we're going to take a look at that today. I've left the intro in just for kicks, right? Because I know a lot of us enjoy the fact that Headdband has an intro. So let's watch this through now.
Hello and welcome to the channel. I cannot tell you how excited I am. You guys, we hit 1,000.
I am so excited. Let your face know.
Subs in less than 2 weeks on this channel. I'm so happy. I'm overjoyed. I have so much emotion involved with finally being seen and recognized for my...
I have so much emotion. Let your face know. So obviously the first like 15 minutes of this is his intro.
Real opinion,
I'm joking.
Real thoughts, and experience I've gained through 20 years in gaming. I have a lot to share. I know everyone might not agree, but today we have a lot to talk about, and it's the top streamers that have been caught live on Warzone, okay? I'm going to be bringing up points other people have not brought up when it comes to these clips, but I'm also going to be talking about why I feel okay accusing these people, bringing these clips to light.
So he feels okay to accuse these people. I'm going to skip through this now, it's boring me. Okay, we'll get to this bit.
Like, comment, and sub. We're not stopping, and I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks. Let's get right into it.
We are not stopping, he said. That aged well.
All right. The first thing that I want to talk about in today's video is accusing top pro players of cheating. Why is it okay? What's a proper reaction? And how do you go about handling this? Why do I go about handling it? I got a clip here from Iceman Isaac. I've seen this guy a little bit over the year, and I've seen crazy clips from him. I haven't taken the deep dive in, so we're not going to be discussing today whether I think he's hacking or not. Though I will say his reaction to a recent exposing video on him, this is his reaction, and I believe it is the reaction any pro or talented player should have when they're being exposed. And I'm going to explain why I feel that way. But I just want you to watch Iceman and his reaction to someone else accusing him of cheating.
So already within this, he stated that it's okay to accuse top pros of cheating, right? And the way to go about it, and also the correct reaction from a top pro. So this is Headdband coming into the scene. As you could tell early on, he stated that he just reached 1,000 subscribers. All he did here was handpick videos that had been put out on multiple different channels, and then pretty much reiterate things that had already been said by the likes of myself, by the likes of Itapa, Goon Squad, and many others at the time. I actually think at the time Gustav Spiels was still about. You gotta remember, people have come and gone in the hacker hunter space over the last 2.5-3 years since Warzone came about, and Headdband's just another one. But he's just done such a 180 pivot, and now everybody's legit and nobody cheats and so on. I just want to go through the video so we can pick apart the things he's saying in a video that he left up on his channel, and let's show you now quickly the reason he left this up on his channel, because it's got 118,000 views. Okay, this was his most viewed video, so he decided to leave it up.
Okay.
Got no audio here.
Boys, I've been caught. You know, it's been a good run, but it's about time I come clean. I've been cheating in. That's exactly what this guy wants me to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I had some guy try to come through, and frankly, I'm a little offended that it's taken so long. I thought I was doing all right at Warzone. I thought I was making a name for myself, but only now, after a year after the game has been released, have I finally been accused of being a cheater with an entire YouTube long video expose, and we are going to rip this thing to shreds.
All right. before we talk about Z-Laner's page right here, I just want you to see that. He was excited, you guys. He was excited to show.
So this whole idea that people should be excited, this is what comes with the arrogance now, because people learn to just act a certain way. We've seen it recently with free gaming, and this guy is so arrogant, he acts the way that Iceman Isaac did there, like they're happy to be exposed because it gives them extra exposure, more people coming to the stream. But that whole attitude is something that a permaban cheater has got. Magnificent's got the same attitude, as well as free gaming. The only person I think who I've seen get permabanned and not have that attitude is 5x5x, and that's because she probably didn't know how to deal with it at the time. But I'm sure if she was to get permabanned again, she would most definitely have this attitude. The arrogance now in the scene is unreal. But remember, this is a long time ago, this video, so he's about to go and have a look now into Z-Laner. So far, we've seen him mention Iceman Isaac responding to an accusation. But this now is something that at the time I'd rarely had a back and forth with Z-Laner. You know, I think I'd put like 4 or 5 videos out at the time. Z-Laner had done 3 in response, and Headdband comes in at this point to give his opinion on the situation.
Show the community that he's not cheating. Why is he excited? Because when there's controversy in life, anywhere in life, more people put attention on that, okay? In sports, if we think someone's cheating, whether it's steroids or whatever, more of the world focuses on that person until that person either gets proven that he is using steroids or shows the world that everyone was wrong and he was really clean and a great player the whole time. So these are situations in the music industry. Everyone hated, what's that dude's name with the rainbow hair? So much hate for 6ix9ine, love for 6ix9ine, right? But at the end of the day, he blew up to inconceivable levels because of the controversy, okay? So I relate to Iceman in that if I'm a pro playing for a long time and they make a video on exposing me, I'm gonna be so excited because I know that I'm a real talented player. So I'm gonna prove that and prove you wrong. And if you still think that I'm cheating, whatever, come to my streams, pay for my stuff, help me make more money, and you'll see eventually that I'm not cheating. So the attitude there is exactly on par with anyone that should get caught and isn't cheating.
Now, there's so many ways that you can prove you're not cheating. Unfortunately, with the amount of cheating methods that have come out now with Warzone, it's a hell of a lot more difficult. I think actually Expel done a pretty good example to show that, you know, he's not looking at another monitor and so on. The way he set his camera up, had his whole setup on show rather than just like 1.5 of his monitors like Z-Laner had done in the past. There are so many different ways, but there will always be people who think you're cheating because the game has caused doubt all around. No anti-cheat at the start, multiple cheat providers turning up, and then we get a situation where people can't tell the difference between aim assist and aimbot because they've been manipulated by their favorite streamer. So yes, there is a sort of stigma in the scene at the moment, which is going to cause this type of doubt from people who aren't as good as other people, but it's also going to show that there are people out there willing to cheat when there's a lot of money to be gained. And this has happened a lot in the wager scene, and we've seen a hell of a lot in the Warzone scene.
Okay, and now I'm going to show you how it affects their wallets. Z-Laner, I'm not accusing him today, but we do have content coming up that involves him.
So he's not accusing him today, but he does have content coming up that involves him, and yet that content is non-existent now on his channel. He got the views from it, he got the revenue from it, more importantly, and then he deleted it. And the reason he's done that is because he wants to try and be one of these guys, very much similar to the way Rara wanted to try and be a hacker hunter as well, but couldn't quite push himself over there. At least Rara had a little bit of dignity within himself to say, well, I'm not going to go all in. Because Rara knew he didn't have a clue what he was on about, so he was just tipper-tapping across the fence. I'm going to go over here this time, I'm going to go over there that time. Tried to defend the big guys whilst throwing the little guys under the bus. Whereas Headdband was like full, everyone's 1000% cheating, 100% cheating, right? In every single video, it was 100%, 1000% Cronus Wallhacks Aimbot. And then from that, he's all of a sudden stating now, today, that nobody cheats, right? And that everyone accusing him of cheating is deluded. He was the worst for it, right? And I'm saying the worst in the sense that he didn't know anything about the cheats. In fact, He claimed he'd never used the cheats, but he did get exposed for using them.
BBB, he hates the exposing. He hates that he's being accused for cheating. Let me show you something that is a fact. Whether him or all these other streamers that are in his position want to be sad that people are blaming them, at the end of the day, these people are getting more views because of the controversy. They're making more money, and it only gives them more chance to prove that they're really legit, to get a bigger audience. So it's all things that support and help these people being accused. Let's take a look at his profile here. 328,000 subscribers. Look at these videos, 64,000, 57, 100. So, you know, some go over 100, some less than 100. He gets a lot of exposure, right? Watch when I go to this other tab here. Addressing, coming clean, addressing the accusations. Look at how many views.
Can't see because of your camera.
761,000 views, okay? All those eyes on his profile, and those are all people that are going to be watching him to see, is this video correct? Was he really cheating? Was he not? And Z-Laner, regardless of if he's cheating or not, gets to go on and prove to you guys and show you clips and show you gameplay. So,
and he does have a point here, but I'm never going to be able to agree with this guy due to the fact that he just completely flip-flopped. From doing these videos, right, whilst explaining in this video why he's doing it, saying about the money that's involved in the controversial subjects, topics, right, whilst showing clips and talking about people from other channels, right? So far he's talked about the situation where Gustav Spiels had accused Iceman Isaac. Iceman Isaac responded. Then he's talking about the beef between myself and Z-Laner at the time. And now he's going on to the Metty B clip now. So Metty B is somebody who got exposed in a Twitch Rivals tournament, by the way. If you don't know, there are videos on this channel. But it was Tommy from 100 Thieves at the time who exposed Metty during the tournament. However, after 3 hours of searching Metty's PC, and bear in mind Tommy didn't really know where to look and what he was looking for at the time, you know, he had to do a public apology. Whether or not somebody higher up told him he had to do that, he made a public apology. But I well and truly broke down all of the clips of Metty where he's blatantly using Aimbot. So let's see what Headdband had to say on Metty now.
At a certain point, he may fall if something obvious comes on his screen. If not, he's just going to keep going.
Oh, you're boring me.
It's all these suspect clips. It all builds a picture. Just some points I wanted to make. Now we're going to jump into the top streamers that were caught live. This first one here, you can see...
I just want to point out, guys, we're 7 minutes into his video, yeah? And he's only just getting into the top streamers now. Told you, 15 minutes of the intro.
We're just going to kind of sit back, enjoy, watch, maybe laugh, and I have some points to make about these videos. This guy maybe had some people thinking he cheated, but had a large section of people thinking he didn't, and was only growing and growing and growing until the point of his fall. So let's watch some of his hacking clips and watch how he gets caught.
Okay, so I just want to point out as well, based on Headdband's new logic, right, is that, like, unless people get permabanned or unless people have a cheat menu pop up or cheat on show, they are not cheating. That's his method now, right? So, like, even though Nadia has had a permabanned account in the past, Headdband now thinks Nadia doesn't cheat, right? Metzy has not had permabanned, right? He got banned on Twitch after the Twitch Rivals tournament, but he's not had an account permabanned, okay? And he's still able to go on to this day. So Metzy, who had aimbot snaps, and I will sit here and say Metzy was 100% cheating at the time, and I will vouch for that, right? Headdband reversed his whole thing lately and gone back to saying no one cheats, but he still leaves this video up with Metzy in, with no, as Headdband would call it, solid evidence. So it's very strange, isn't it? 118,000 views on this video though. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually cut some of, you know, little bits out of this. The audio levels are unreal on this, like, you can't hear the footage.
The clear snap. Watch right here too when he goes downstairs. pretty clear he's got an aimbot and it's locking all over the place. Keep watching.
And this is a very painfully obvious clip for me. I used this in the video that I put out. So this is one of the clips that I actually sourced out myself.
About to lead into the part where he gets kicked out from this tournament, okay? And you're gonna watch him talking with his teammates, and even his teammates are like, "Why don't you just show him your computer, dude?"
I want to skip forward a little bit.
Like, we're done. We're screwed.
Even here, like the zoom in and stuff like that. I wonder where he got this from. Okay, who's next on the list?
That's a top moment there to me.
Dav's car.
It's like someone who's...
Okay, so Dav's car here. This is like one of the initial times the Headdband got involved in the scene, right? I put out a video showing that Dav's car was caught cheating. I broke down all of the gameplay, demonstrating how he was snapping onto people and so on, right? I actually did comparisons showing how it was very similar to certain streamers who more people know about. Rara done a similar video, right, claiming to be the best hacker hunter, and then Headdband jumped in. That's where he came in head first, and he decided to become a hacker hunter, okay?
Blatantly lying to the people around him.
But all the words that he says to describe things in this video were very much taken from somebody else, me.
Rubbish. I love that. I don't know what it means, but I love it. Probably means headshots only. Rubbish, headshots. Okay. Captain Baldy, man. This one is sad.
So Captain Baldy, I did feature him on my channel, but it was also J-God who actually was in his chat and got him caught, I believe. See, this right here, right, this is clear cut evidence that this guy was cheating, right? He got tricked into showing his cheat menu. There's no getting out of that. There's no backing down from that. That's it, game over. Captain Baldy should never be able to return to any platform because of this, right? Because he was actually cheating, and had a lot of people in the chat saying that he was cheating, but he's claiming he wasn't. But even after his menu popped up, one of his teammates was like, "Oh, the gig's up, man. They've got you, game over." But Headdband featured this, right, in his video. We have got, let's find, who else is it? Okay, so this one, my personal favourite is, one of my personal favourites is because I actually had a video about this guy about 6 months prior to this incident. I put a video out showing how he was wall hacking and how he knew where enemies were without audio cues and so on. People called me a lunatic. People stated that I was deluded and I was just clout chasing, even though this guy Presto had barely any followers. It was never about that for me. I showcased how this guy was using wall hacks and I broke it down perfectly. And then one day, while he's live, he accidentally showed his wall hacks on stream. Not for very long, but he went into the game without realizing. Do you know why? The guy was high as a kite, because that's how he streams on a daily basis. He ends up showing his wall hacks. I get the video made, I show the video, and I tell people that I made this call out 6 months ago, and now look, he's accidentally exposed his cheats. Even though multiple people, and I'm saying multiple, I mean hundreds of people, were commenting on the initial video saying that I didn't have a clue what I was on about. But for some reason, you know, Headdband's included that in his video. Presto. And the worst part is about it all, it's almost like he's making a claim to all of this.
From my life and my experience and looking at this guy, I'm pretty sure he's fucking blazed, and he probably just forgot to put his XSplit up or whatever he had set up to block his cheats out.
Well, there you go.
So that makes it even more funny to me. Like a lazy, quick mistake. Keep it going the size, bro. Dude is out of it. Like, what is he doing right now?
He's doing something, isn't he? But this was the moment anyway where he showed his cheats.
Oh shit, you are cheating, man.
The funny part of it was that he was so high he didn't realise that his cheats were on show. And obviously, if you are using certain methods to hide them from your stream, on your OBS you will be able to see the cheats or not. So if you're hiding them from your stream, you can see them on your main gaming monitor, but you can't see them on OBS because you've got them hidden. So he's obviously that out of it, that you know, he's not able to see that. But it does go on from there anyway.
He kind of just like looked at him, bro.
And even this, like, I went into his stream a few times to try and get him to fully admit it verbally, and he said, like, because this guy tried to say that I edited that video, by the way. That's how, well, high he probably was. And then we've got this one, and this is something that I caught myself, which is Mutex. When Mutex was actually claiming to be legit and so on, he ended up showing his desktop from it was actually a streaming PC rather than his gaming PC, but it had Cronus Pro on it, and Cronus Pro is the program you use to add scripts to the Cronus Max. So Cronus Pro, you would plug your Cronus Max into your PC, download the scripts onto it, then you can unplug it from the PC and then plug the USB port into the, well, the USB male into the USB female, and then you would be able to go from there. And this is how it works, but people seem to misunderstand that. So there's no reason whatsoever for Mutex, as a Warzone competitive player earning hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, to have that on any PC. He tried to claim it was to do with being in the CDL 7 years ago, but let's be honest, a streamer not upgrading his PC for 7 years, something doesn't seem right. So that's another one who I've made a video of, and Headdband incorporated into this. So far we've got multiple people in this who have actually had proof, like Captain Baldy showing the cheat menu, and then you had like Presto showing his Wallhacks on stream, right? And then you've got Mutex showing his Cronus Pro, right? But here's the thing, throughout all of this, everything the Headdband used at this point was things that had already been done, right? A year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, but these had all been featured on multiple different channels. Gustav Spiels, mine, Goon Squads, It's Happy, Tino RW, it didn't matter. Headdband was just taking it and putting it up, right? And now all of a sudden he thinks that nobody is cheating. Work that one out. How can you go and do a full 180? This guy is laughable. But the reason he's left this up on his channel is for this reason and this reason only. And it is because it has got 118,000 views. It's the only reason he's left that video up. So I believe the true reason the Headdband decided to do a full 180 was because people clocked onto the fact that he was copying other people's videos. He was stripping their video from their channel and putting his webcam over theirs and just going from there without any shout outs, without any recognition, not linking anybody's channels in the description below, and he was trying to claim to be the be all and end all. And this is why there ended up being a large back and forth between Headdband and It's Happy, and in the end It's Happy came out on top because everything that It's Happy had claimed to be true came true, and Headdband was made to look like a fool. And in the end, all that happened was Headdband decided to delete everything, most things, except that one video we've watched today. And I'm sure that'll probably end up being removed from his channel now as well. But either way, Headdband has done a 180 and believes Nadia, Zelena, Diaz Biffle and all these other guys are legit, even though he stated in the past things like, you are allowed to accuse people of cheating, it's how they react that proves it. Things that he stated in the video that's still up on his channel now. So this is something you've got to take into consideration when you see Headdband putting out tweets calling people deluded and brainwashed and so on. He was the biggest one. He was 100%, 1000%, 10,000% sure that these guys were using Aimbot Wallhacks Cronus and so much more, and yet now he's done a complete flip-flop. He can't be trusted, but I wanted to make this video just for a laugh because it's great to see the Headdband has left something out there that shows how deluded he is in doing the 180 switch that he's done. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you did enjoy today's video, guys, smash that thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future videos. And one last thing before we go,